Wow, what a beast. My name's Greg Nader, here at the Sonnax R&D Center with Ray Lichtenberg of Super Street Performance. Ray, thanks for bringing this truck by. This is the famous hated Syclone, and as I understand it, this thing's got the 4L60E transmission in it.
Yes, sir, Greg. Sure does. It's 4L60 transmission back behind LSX 454.
Now, this originally had a 700R4, but now it's you've converted to the later 4L60E.
Yep, 1991 GMC, they made this vehicle with a 700R4 all-wheel drive. It was a 4-speed automatic. I wanted to upgrade it with everything else, so I stepped up to the electronic controlled 4L60E.
Got it. And you've also stepped up the motor. What else can you tell us about the truck?
Well, it's got an LSX 454 in it. We put a Magnuson supercharger on top of it, 2 kits of nitrous.
Wow.
We upgraded the suspension, the brakes, the drivetrain, the transfer case, even the paint.
What brings you out to the East Coast?
You know, I wanted to compete at the Optima Battery Search for the Ultimate Street Car. They held their event at New Jersey Motorsports Park this past weekend.
Well, I bet you this thing was a real contender. How'd you do?
We did pretty good for our full session. You know, last time we were with Optima Batteries, we had a little hiccup. I mean, we were invited to SEMA for a show and got talked into racing.
Yeah.
So we had a few mishaps, but we got back out there this year and competed pretty well. I think we held our own in the middle of the pack. We took 5th overall in design and engineering, and I think it has a lot to do with the, you know, upgrading a GMC Syclone.
Well, I have to confess, I do know a few little details about the truck, and it's amazing from front to back. So, you know, with this big motor in there, what kind of power are we really talking about?
This is making 917 horsepower, and that's all-wheel drive horsepower, 1,048 foot-pounds of torque.
Right, and just clarify, you still have all-wheel drive with this thing, right?
Yes, it is still all-wheel drive.
Wow. And, all right, so, you know, you got 917 horsepower, almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, 4L60E transmission. What does it take to make a 4L60E live with an application like this?
Well, with any good chef comes a good recipe. This recipe has some of the best parts available.
We know that.
In Sonnax. The inside of the transmission on this has what the SmartTech drum. We've got the upgraded valve body in it. We've got the 6-pinion planetary.
Yep. 284 first gear ratio.
284 first gear, which works great on the road course. Allows me to get up to the upper RPMs, really show the torque bend on this motor. We run an external coolers. We're running a, believe it or not, a larger diameter torque converter, a lower stall speed, because we want to be able to hold as much fluid in that converter. We want to maximize the surface area of the clutches in order for the transmission to actually survive in this type of an environment.
Right. So any clutch problems? I mean, as I understand it, the transmission's been working. So
it's just been flawless. The transmission is great.
Tell me how it shifts.
The harder I put the throttle on it, the firmer the shift is. You know, it's also in the tuning. We've employed 100% torque management in this transmission.
100% torque management.
100%. We are pulling timing in between shifts.
So now some of the secrets come out of what it really takes to make a unit live, right?
Correct. Removing
now,
torque.
Is that slowing you down at all?
None. Removing torque management gives you that seat of the pants feeling that you're getting somewhere.
Yep.
But you're not. The truth is, you need new vehicles. You can hear a brand new ZL1 going down the racetrack. You can hear that flutter between 2nd and 3rd gear. That is torque management.
Yep.
That's how they make them survive. I just take that information and put it into an older platform.
Seems like common sense to me.
It works. This thing comes out of the hole strong. The moment it shifts, it's there, it's responsive, there's no delay, and I can do this 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Yeah. Awesome. And, you know, so since you're doing the Optima events, this is not just a drag race truck. You got full suspension, brakes in this thing as well, right?
Correct. Yep, this is, and again, competing in an Optima Batteries event, there's several requirements that are involved. You can't just get in it and go in a straight line. You've got to be able to make turns. You've got to be able to hit the brakes. This thing's got six piston caliper brakes on all 4 corners. Wow. We've got an updated front suspension in it. We've got a Moser rear end in it. There's
Sounds
so
like
much.
a race truck to me.
It is a race truck, but we can still go to A to B, and we can still go to the grocery store if we want to.
Awesome, awesome. Well, again, I want to thank you for stopping by, and you're going to be at SEMA and PRI this year, right?
Yep,
All right.
The plan is.
We'll see you there, man. Thanks
you.
for stopping by. It's been a real treat to see your truck today.